Hello my beautiful budgeting family, thank you so much for joining me for another video. I greatly appreciate it. But if you are new here, hi, my name is Kendra. I am a zero-based cash budgeter. I budget on a monthly and a weekly basis. I budget every single week because I get paid every single Thursday. So I hope that you all enjoy the content and consider following me on my journey by becoming a subscriber. I would love to have you here. Thank you so much, and let's get into the video. All right, you guys, so in today's video we are doing my monthly budget for the month of May. Yay. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to be trying to make this a very detailed monthly budget just for the beginners, the ones that don't really understand how to do a monthly budget. So let's go ahead and start with income. You always want to start with your income. Write down any type of source of income that you have. So for me, I just have work, and for the budget I'm going to put $2,800. all right, and that is because I know if I work 40 hours a week, I'm going to be getting paid about $700 or a little more, like $710 or $720. But I want to budget the least amount, so I round down to 700 and I times it by 4, which gives me 2,800. But actually this is a magic month for me, so I do want to do the 5 weeks. So we're going to do 700 times 5, which gives me 3,500, you guys. So we are budgeting $3,500 for the month of May. All right, and then once you know your income, it doesn't have to be the exact amount. Just do an estimate of what you think you get about every month. All right, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just write something down that's close to what you'll be getting, but you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to account for something that you most likely won't have. Okay, so now I'm going to write down my bills, which are mortgage, phone, car insurance, electric, water, sewer, gas, and internet. All right, so my mortgage is actually $1,300. I do split that 3 ways because there is 2 other adults here with me. So when you do your budget, you want to write what comes out of your pocket. Unless you have a partner where you combine your finances, then you write down you guys' total income and y'all's budgets or whatever. But me and my partner, we do not combine our income, so I'm writing down what actually comes from my pockets. So for mortgage, the mortgage is actually in my house and I'm the one who's trying to pay it off. So I try to budget as much as I possibly can, which I'm going to budget $1,100 for this month for the mortgage. So that is me over budgeting because of the fact that, you know, my mortgage is $1,300. I'm splitting it between 3 people, so really I only need $450. But the extra money that I'm budgeting here is going to go towards my mortgage principal payment at the end of the month. All right, if I couldn't afford this, then I would just budget the regular amount, but so far I've been able to afford it, so that's what I'm going to keep doing. I used to actually budget the whole $1,300, but because I've redid my budget where I'm putting more towards electric and sewer, and I actually just started paying internet not too long ago, I had to take away from mortgage. All right, so now my phone bill is $80 a month, and that is me and my daughter. 40 for her, 40 for me. My car insurance is $106.88 a month, so I usually round it up and make it even to $108. And then my electric, since I never know exactly how much my electric is from a month to month basis, I go with $150 because during the winter months the highest got close to 150. Now that it's summer, I don't know if it's gonna go up or down, but 150 is what I'm sticking to right now. Water is usually around $40 a month, but because I do split in half, like I said, there's other adults here. We only do 3 ways with the mortgage, but with the utilities, it's just me and my boyfriend. We split that 2 ways. So electric is usually $150. Is it usually $150? Let me see. Let me make sure what I'm saying is correct. Alright, I had to go grab it. So the highest my electric bill has been is $247. So I'm going to round it up to $248. I'm divided by 2. 248 divided by 2 is $124. So the highest amount that I had to put towards my electric bill is $124, which is why I budget $150. Just in case it got any higher, I would have enough. So I think I'm gonna just stick with the $150, and this is my half. So with my water, the highest has been $41. So I just do a little over just in case it's a little higher than $41 at some point, and I just do $25. So $25 would be my half. So it's like I'm budgeting $50 and $25 would be my half. Sewer, my sewer bill is usually $60, so my half is $30. My gas bill, my highest gas bill was $352. So $352 divided by 2. My highest bill was $176, which is why I budget $200 for gas. So just in case it's ever higher than $352, I'm still budgeting enough to cover my bill. So I am 1 month ahead, so this is going to cover June's bill. So I'm doing the budget ahead of time, which is why I just do like a set budget for electric, water, and gas, because I just never know what it's going to be. And that way, by the time I find out what it's going to be, the money that I budgeted should be enough. All right, so then internet is $50. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and total these numbers up. All right, so I got $1,743, and then $1,740. Actually, we're going to do 3,500 subtract 1,743, which will give me 1,757. All right, so out of the total amount for my bills taken from my paycheck, my monthly paycheck, I have 1,757 left over. All right, so now we're going to come over here and we're going to do gym, Netflix. So these are my subscriptions: gym, Netflix, Canva, and Acorns are my subscriptions. So I have 4 subscriptions. And then my weekly spend wallet, this is what I spend on a weekly basis for takeout, groceries, gas, and just some miscellaneous spending when I want to just get some random things like a candy bar, a notebook, just something small, not too expensive. That's what my miscellaneous envelope is for. So gas and miscellaneous. So for gym, my gym bill is $10 a month. My Netflix bill is $19 a month. Canva bill is $14 a month. Acorns is $6. So takeout, after doing it for a while, I figured that $220 is enough for me for the month, and that is just for me and my 2 kids. I usually just get us takeout. Groceries is $300 a month, and that's usually just for me and my 2 kids. My son's grandmother usually helps with the groceries since she doesn't put anything towards utilities. So her helping with the groceries and cooking helps out with the grocery bill. Gas, $150 a month. Usually, so far, I've only had to spend $100 a month, but I like to do a little more just to give me some leeway, just in case I do a little bit more driving and I need that extra $50. All right, and then miscellaneous is $130, and that just gives me a budget of $32 a week to work with. All right, so let's go ahead and add this up. So we have 10. Okay, so $849. So also what the monthly budget does is it shows you if you can afford everything that you are paying for a month. So with this budget, me writing down my bills and my variable expenses, how much I plan on spending towards takeout, groceries, gas, and miscellaneous, which is one of the reasons why I budget that extra $50 for gas, is because I need to make sure that I can afford that extra $50 if I do end up driving a little more than usual. So I have $849 for my variable expenses, and I need to subtract that from the rest that's left over from my paycheck, which is $1,757, and we're going to subtract $849, and that's going to give me $908. All right, so now I'm going to go over here to debt and savings. I like to put $200 a month towards my mortgage principal payment. So I'm just going to put principal payment, $200, and then I'm going to subtract that from this 908. So 200 leaves me with 708, and then I have sinking funds and savings challenges that I usually budget for throughout the month. All right, so sinking funds, so I just usually, just to keep it simple, I divide these in half. So 708 divided by 2 gives me 354. So 354 will go towards sinking funds, and 354 will go towards savings challenges. And then once I add these 3 numbers up, I should get $908. So 354 plus 354 plus 200 gives me 908. And then 908 subtract 908 gives me $0, you guys. So that is a zero-based budget, and that is my monthly budget. All right, so I was able to put an extra $200 towards my principal payment on top of what I'm budgeting up here. I have money to put towards sinking funds and savings challenges. So this just shows me that I am able, with the income that I'm getting for the month of May, I'm able to afford all of my bills, all of my variable expenses, eating out and all of that, and then still have money to put towards savings. All right, so that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.